Hello, hello, hello. I'm back again. Your main man, the real Bill Real. I join you today on December 7th, 2012. I told you. This I told you goes out to everyone who has been sleeping on what I have been saying from at least March or April of this year. Ben Crump is in hot water. Ben Crump is supposed to turn in the recorder and all recording devices that were used in the creation of the recording that he says that he took from this girl that was so beside herself that she had to go to the hospital. She couldn't attend the wake. She didn't call the police. She didn't call anybody. Didn't contact his parents, no one. Whew. Boy, boy, boy. This is some sticky doo-doo you guys are in. I hear just yesterday, George Zimmerman finally did what he was supposed to do in suing NBC and 3 reporters. There are many more heads that are going to roll, but this is just the beginning. And as I told you before, you better get away from it. You better come out with an apology. You better have press conferences quickly. I know you want to hide, but unless you do what you're supposed to do, I have a feeling it's going to get real ugly. For Natalie Jackson, for Roland Martin, for the Martins, Sabrina Fulton, Tracy Martin. I know you guys are connected. I know that all of you guys are connected through Freemasonry. I know this. That's the only reason why you have people who have clearly been able to tell what happened, and they're still trying to side for you. They're still trying to come up with these hypotheses and theories that make no sense, that go against any rational thinking person. But I'm telling you, all of the lies that you've told, all of the trouble that you have stirred up, everything that you have done to George Zimmerman and his family, this stuff is coming back on you. This is karma. Bernie, Angela Corey, these people are in trouble. These people are in trouble. Disbarment is not out of the picture. Prison time is not out of the picture. Fines is... There are law offices working on this case for the defense. And we know the lawyers that were behind the whole entire Trayvon Martin story. Now it's beginning to come to light. Julison, you're in trouble, dude. You say you got the only recording of it. This is what happens when you tell lies. This is what happens when you side with people, and once you look at the facts, you know they're not telling the truth, and you continue to go with them. This is what happens. You go down with them, like I told you. I'm just glad to see that it's happening, because it's long overdue. It's long overdue. And I'm so glad that George Zimmerman's brother, Robert Zimmerman, is doing a really good job of representing his brother in the way that he is and representing his family in the way that he is. He's very well spoken and he is very analytical, and I love the way that he spells it out in black and white as what is really going on, which is what I was attempting to say to people months ago when I was saying that they are just race baiting. They're trying to just stir us up. They want us all going against one another. They want to just make like, oh, black kids are just being hunted down left and right. They're the endangered. Well, guess what? They're being killed by other black youth. It's like we have a disproportionate amount of black on white crimes, violent aggravated batteries, shootings, stabbings, killings, muggings. But when someone shoots a black child, we want to act as if, oh, it's racism. Oh, the world is coming to an end. Oh, what a travesty. It is such hypocrisy and BS. All of you celebrities who have stood with the Martins, you guys are beginning to look real foolish. All of you people who had on hoodies, all of you people at the marches, no justice, no peace. Now are you beginning to see what they were doing to you, how they were manipulating you, how they were able to play clips on the news, edit phone calls, edit things to make it seem a certain way? I want everybody to know what they did to you. They manipulated you. They pulled the wool over your eyes and they made you believe that George Zimmerman was this big racist dude who just hunted down this poor, sweet, good student for no reason. He was just having Skittles and drinking Arizona iced tea, which it was watermelon juice. And there's very good reason to believe that he was drinking what is called lean, which is a combination of watermelon, Arizona watermelon tea, Skittles, and cough syrup, which is lean, okay? Which is something that is very addictive, that I'm told, and causes people to become extremely violent, okay, paranoid. And from the autopsy, they were able to show that he had some damage to his liver and he had begun to have some brain damage that was coming from him drinking the lean, okay? So this story that has been told by Ben Crump about Dee Dee, this has also come out to be shown to be a complete lie. The whole entire time he's saying, well, you know, please respect their privacy. She's a minor, and, you know, please respect her privacy. She's a minor. We're dealing with a child, you know, and whatnot. All to find out that she was 18 when this happened. This is a lie. This is perjury. This goes way deeper than all of any of this. This man, Benjamin Crump, belongs in prison. He belongs in prison. And the only reason why they have not done anything about it is because the leader, the one that we call the leader, Barack Obama, is a Freemason. Tracy Martin is a Freemason. Benjamin Crump is a Freemason. Al Sharpton is a Freemason. Reverend Jesse Jackson is a Freemason. All of these people are in cahoots. Like I've been telling you guys, if you don't believe me, take a look at the Masonic oath. They're required to lie. They're required to relieve their brother in the event of something like this that happens. That's the only reason why. Take a look at Holder. He's a Freemason. All of these people, they're protected by Freemasonry. And until we get rid of Freemasonry and expose the Freemasons, expose the ones that are working together, that go to the lodge, and they take oaths and vows, and they says, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it, man. Nothing will happen. Until we get rid of this, we won't get rid of a lot of the corruption that we have in the world. I keep saying the same thing. That's the reason why no one has really been dealt with. Spike Lee, he's a Freemason, Boule member. That's the reason why. These people are in control. These people run things. These people can call over and talk to the prosecutors, to judges. They can talk to people at prisons. They can make certain things a certain way for you. They can make sure that you don't get charged or that you receive a lesser charge. That's what's happening right now. They're protecting Tracy Martin because they realized that Tracy Martin lied. Tracy Martin has said that he was not going to cooperate with the Sanford Police Department. He was not going to unlock the cell phone. He was not going to give them the code so that they could find out what was Trayvon Martin up to in the minutes leading up to the time that he was shot and killed. He is protecting his son's lifestyle. He's protecting what he was doing. He's protecting everything. And he's shielding him. And he's obstructing justice. He's obstructing a murder investigation, a homicide investigation. Okay? People are not looking at the simple things that are happening in this case that are corrupt, utterly corrupt. Angela Corey should be disbarred for this. Angela Corey needs to be held responsible for not doing the right thing, for caving into political pressure. You can't allow people to say, oh, we're going to riot because we feel that this man should be arrested. That's not how our country is set up. So she violated George Zimmerman's constitutional rights, the civil rights, when she arrested him, when she knew full well that there was evidence that showed that he had a busted nose. The photo has just come out, okay? If you look at that photo, there's no way that you can tell me that this was not a self-defense shooting. Forget stand your ground. Everybody wants to hang on stand your ground. They want you to look at the stand your ground and say, well, yeah, he wants to claim stand your ground. No, this is a simple self-defense. If someone punches you and has you in a position, I don't care if I came up to you and I said to you, hey, you are an ugly SOB. And I started pointing in your face and everything. The minute that we become entangled, engaged, and you are punching my lights out, and you have me a few punches away from being rendered unconscious, I can pull out my gun and shoot you in the state of Florida. That's the law. That's what Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin are going to have to accept. That's the way that it should have went, which is why the Sanford Police Department did exactly what they were supposed to do by not arresting George Zimmerman. They were thorough in their interviewing of him. He passed the lie detector voice analysis test that showed he was telling the truth. Hey, look, I didn't approach this guy. I was wandering around, taking a look at where he had gone. He had ran away. He's jumped out of the bushes, came out from wherever, said, yo, got a problem. Hey, I went to go and call get my phone. Hey, boom. He's on top of me. He's punching me. George Zimmerman had every right to shoot him. This is something that black people have to accept. If you're doing things that you should not be doing and that causes you to get killed, it was your own fault. I mean, I don't see black people all enraged about simple situations where a black kid is shot in the back seat of a police car or something like that, or he's thrown off of a garage, okay, with handcuffs on and is killed like that. I don't see the outrage coming from black people over that. But as soon as the media and a few buffoons jump on TV, a few celebrities get on TV, all which are Masons. Every single celebrity that you see on TV is a Freemason. They can't get on TV unless they are, okay? They will never tell you that, but I'm telling you the truth. So you see a lot of these people jump on TV and they want you to, believe that, oh, they're just so concerned about this kid's right. I'm wearing my hoodie and, racism is still alive. Now they have hoodwinked you and bamboozled you into feeling emotions that weren't even really there. You had, from my point of view, that when this happened, race relations were not to the point that they are now, simply on the media. Simply on what the media has been broadcasting, the messages, these people, these pundits that go on these talk shows that are all Freemasons or Eastern Stars, and they saying the same thing. I just can't believe, that he would, hunt down and kill him. Or you have the girl on The View, she's crying and acting like she's just so emotionally torn up. It's all bull crap. It's all a charade. It's all a scam, a sham. And people should really be embarrassed that they've been associated with this. A DWB or whatever that freaking guy says. Walking while black in a neighborhood and all this crap. Like I've been saying, people don't realize that, hey, George Zimmerman has eyewitnesses that walked up and saw Trayvon Martin punching him. Several people from that community walked up and saw what was happening. He has the emergency response, the firefighters, okay, the paramedics, okay, the police. He has all of these people on his side. He has the truth on his side, the evidence, the pictures. The Martins only have a story, a contrived story to sensationalize it, to make it seem as though their son was the victim. No, their son was not the victim. Their son was in the act of aggravated battery, a felony. An adult came and asked him to stop it. He would not stop. George Zimmerman was yelling out, help, help, help. So if he just wanted to, beat George Zimmerman, he obviously had beat him if he was yelling out for help. If John was able to come and look and see what was happening, that this kid was mounted on top of George Zimmerman. If he just wanted to simply beat him, I think he had already beat him in the fight. And by the look of George Zimmerman's nose, he had already beat him up. He had already won the fight, so to speak, as we would call it. So Trayvon Martin was attempting to knock George Zimmerman out. He was attempting to do great bodily harm. This case should never get past the immunity hearing. It should not get past it. There needs to be some apologies that come from some people in high places. But they won't. And as a result, they're going to suffer the consequences. They're going to be sorry when they're sued. And they're coming for everybody who's participated in this charade. Everyone. This concludes my video for today. Thank you for your time.